This is Jim Sporer, and several people asked if I would make a version of my acceptance speech for the Christopher Lovelock Career Contributions to the Service Discipline Award. So this is it. I'm here at Almaden today, so I'll just show you the beautiful weather we're having here in California. And now let me bring up the presentation and do a version of it. All right. So first of all, I'd just like to say thank you for this award and to the selection committee. It's a great joy and a thrill for me personally to be the 2021 recipient of the Christopher Lovelock Career Contribution to the Service Discipline Award. Recently, Alan Hartman, who's a service scientist at the University of Haifa and a retired IBMer, shared with me Giorgione's painting here. And it has special meaning to me these days because I'm 65 years old and I'm getting ready to retire from IBM on June 30th. And it got me thinking as I was looking at this artwork, and I was thinking about the artwork, that my life has really looked at three different types of systems. When I was young, I was looking at natural systems. And when I got a little older, I was looking at cognitive systems. And when I got even older, I started looking at service systems. And service systems are by far the most fascinating. Why? Because they're full of people and organizations, what I like to call responsible entities that are interacting to create, to apply knowledge to create mutual benefits. And this is sometimes this interaction to create mutual benefits is sometimes called win-win games or non-zero-sum games by mathematicians, game theorists, computer scientists, economists, and others. And it's really the study of win-win games that I think service science is all about. And service science is a transdiscipline. And if you don't know what a transdiscipline is, Roland Rust, who's one of my mentors in the service discipline, says it's the big tent. And I have to say the service community welcomed me, even though I was a computer scientist, a lot of them were from marketing and operations research, welcomed me into this community. And it's really important to understand that service is a big tent. And I'll share some ideas on that thought before I get into thanking people. So just to give you an example of a win-win, every day I work with, these days at IBM, I work with open source software with the Linux Foundation AI and data. And there even competitors come together to work to build the infrastructure, the software infrastructure that runs the world. I also see win-win every day in ISIP, the International Society of Service Innovation Professionals, where we're coming together, even competitors come together to work on upskilling of people. So this notion that responsible entities, and that can be a person, that can be a business, it can be a family, it can be a university, it can be a nation, all of these different responsible entities can collaborate to apply knowledge to create mutual benefits. And service science is the transdiscipline that studies those. And now with artificial intelligence on the rise, it's pretty clear that what we think of as service is going to become even more productive, higher quality, greater compliance, more sustainable, more resilient. So it really is an exciting time to be a practitioner on a service journey. And it's very exciting to me to share with you a little bit about that service journey today. The one more idea that I want to share before getting to thanking some people is I really want to share this idea that service science removes blindfolds. And if you look at this, this is one of the early slides I used when I was talking about service science. All of the different disciplines, design, cognitive science, systems engineering, human factors, operations, economics, law, public policy, marketing, computer science, we're all just blindfolded, feeling different parts. Each of our disciplines is, each of our disciplinary homes is really just feeling a different part of these socio-technical systems, these things we call service systems or responsible entities. And what's really exciting, though, is that service is like the Kevin Bacon of science. Everything connects to service. trust, resources, outcomes, value, improvement, daily life, everything from healthcare to education, everything connects through service. Now, I'd like to get to thanking some people, and the first person I have to thank, because my service journey wouldn't have begun without Paul Maglio, who's in this upper corner here. And Paul and I started the first service research group at Almaden in 2002. Very quickly, we grew the group. We created the Handbook of Service Science with colleagues. Many of the chapters in the Handbook of Service Science are authored by Christopher Lovelock winners. And after 10 years, Sam Palmisano, the CEO of IBM, recognized service science, SSME, service science management and engineering, as one of the 10 icons of progress in IBM's history. That was an exciting day of celebration as well for Paul and I and the others. And I would just also like to just go through here, you know who you are, but Paul, Jeanette, David, Hidaka-san, Guanje, Cheryl, Yuriko, Kelly, Doug, David, Nick, Irving, Henry. Henry's not an IBMer, but he is a good friend of IBM and helped us get service science started from Berkeley. Jean-Paul, Paul Horn, Robert Morris, Alan, Guru, Greg, Wendy. What would we have done without Wendy and Diane helping us, and Diem with all of his service science university program people in Europe, Rama, Utpal, Royi, Jorge, Jeff Welzer, Martin, and Brenda, and many, many more I could have put on here, but I just really want to thank you all for your help. You were all critical at times when we needed help establishing service science. Now, around 2012 is when IBM and other companies, universities, and government innovation agencies around the world got together to help start ISIP, the International Society of Service Innovation Professionals. And that has been really important for upskilling people around service science. And I just want to truly call out all of the people that you see on this slide just quickly. Of course, Steve and Bob, you know, without service dominant logic, that provided the foundational logic on which service science can be built. Very critical support for service science. Irene, Roland Rust, the big tent view. He's really who first inspired me that this is going to be not just multidisciplinary, but transdisciplinary effort. Alex, who started funding smart service systems at the National Science Foundation, of course, Christopher Lovelock himself, Mary Jo, Ray, Leah, Jim, Daniel Berg, Dundar, Dick Larson at MIT, who's also run smart service system events at MIT, Scott, Steve, Lou, Christine, Walter, Kazu. Evert Gummison has been a huge influence on my thinking. He's constantly been sending me things that are so challenging, I haven't even absorbed everything that Evert has been sending me. Christine, Francesco, Sergio, Ralph, Luke, Alessio. Alessio came from Italy as a student and worked with me for years now. He runs the Almaden centers, the Amazon centers in Italy. Bo, Wojciech, Abul, Taryn, Harry, Andre, Jochen, David, Clara, Deb, Yasi, Michelle, Monica, and David, and Gabrielle all played critical roles in helping us get service science to the next level. And really now, just to end, I think I've said enough, and I'm kind of coming back to that artwork, although I've divided it up. I'd just like to end with a challenge to everybody. I want you to think about a service and think about its past, present, and future, because we're entering this amazing era where service is going to change dramatically. And I remember in 1955, the wooden party line telephone in the farmhouse in Maine that I grew up in. 1975, that's the rotary phone at my dorm room at MIT. 1955, that's my first Nokia phone when I was in Silicon Valley. Now, of course, I have an iPhone. But I think, what will it be like in 2035, if I'm lucky enough to make it there? What will communication service be like? And I imagine all of those apps on my iPhone are going to grow up and be digital workers, all working for me, helping me to provide better service and also to be better at value co-creation with others. And if I'm lucky enough to make it to 2055, 99 years old, that's a bit of a stretch. But I think we're going to see a great revolution in service as a result of not just advanced technology, but the upskilling of people. And so with that, I just want to end my acceptance speech, say thank you. Wish we were together at a nice dinner like we normally are, but we're still in these pandemic times, and I'm just thrilled and full of joy today, and just wanted to share this with you all. And I'll leave with just one more view of Almaden. It's a great day, and thank you all for listening. Bye for now.